Hey, welcome into another Whoosh, What Am I Reading? With me, Louie. Today I am still catching up on my anti-hero 5K challenge, the 10 races that I've completed now, and I wanted to take a look at Ghost Rider. However, if you remember when I did the Punisher recap, it wasn't Frank Castle Punisher, it was a different Punisher. And I said, well, I am reading Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I thought, hey, let me follow up with that and give you guys the details on what I was reading. Which was actually Cosmic Ghost Rider Dual Identity. And I feel like I failed again on providing something Frank Castle for all of you. It is Frank Castle. But have you ever just read a book, finished it, and been like, I don't remember anything from that now? That's kind of how I feel about this Cosmic Ghost Rider Dual Identity. I remember the framework of it. I remember bits and pieces. And having literally just read it, the fact that I can't recall anything of significance really from it is probably all the review the book needs. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's give a little bit of backstory on Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider debuted in Thanos Volume 2, number 13, written by Donny Cates. This was published in 2018, and like I said, this Cosmic Ghost Rider is Frank Castle. In the original run, in the Thanos book, he actually works for Thanos in an alternate universe. Eventually, he comes to be part of the main 616 universe, and it's this whole deal. In Dual Identity, you see Frank Castle on a space station. He's dreaming, and he's having these violent dreams, and he can't figure out why. And as you go through, it turns out he basically fell through a rip in space that split him in half into two dual identities. One is like this peaceful Frank Castle, which is now retired, and one is this more violent Frank Castle, which is wreaking havoc on the universe and punishing people, which makes sense for Frank Castle. However, he ends up pissing off the Shi'ar Empire. They hire a bounty hunter to come look for him. And it causes this whole mess where eventually he ends up splitting further into more Ghost Riders until he can eventually get them all back together. It was not a great story, unfortunately. And like I said, my brain is kind of already forgotten a lot of the details. Jane Foster pops up at one point in there. Like, it's a jumbled mess, I feel like. And it wasn't a bad read as I was going through it. It's just not a memorable read. And I think that is the best review I can give it. It's fun while you're reading it. It is not memorable in the long term. And I don't have much more to add to it other than that. Yeah, I think there's so much potential. I think Cosmic Ghost Rider was a hit when he debuted in Thanos. I think the creator, Donny Cates, is an amazing, amazing creator. He wrote the Venom run that I absolutely love and endorse more than anything. That'll be the Venom run I cover for Venom under the Anti-Hero Challenge. So, like, I just think the creative team on this one missed, and I think they missed badly. Having Frank Castle having to go up against Frank Castle, I don't think did him any favors, to be completely honest. I think they could have done something a little more creative, and it would have been better for the story overall. The dual identity thing felt kind of like a cop-out, and you could kind of tell where it was going from the get-go once he was having those dreams and couldn't remember, but he was getting hunted for something he didn't do, and then there's definitely the split difference between the Ghost Riders you could kind of start picking up in the reading. But it's a miss for me, I would say. If you happen to follow the Goodreads app, I think I rated it a 3 maybe on there. So definitely you can check it out, especially if it's something you're interested in reading, Cosmic Ghost Rider. By all accounts, go check out the earlier Cosmic Ghost Rider rather than this story. everything points to that being a much, much better story for you than this one. I don't really have much else. I know the next What Am I Reading that I'm going to publish is going to be Midnight Suns, which covers Blade for it. It also sort of covers Wolverine for this challenge. However, I will not be counting that. I will, as a promise to you, I will do an Old Man Logan review for my What Am I Reading, because I love that storyline and I'm going to reread it again. So Old Man Logan will cover Wolverine, even though he's included in the Midnight Suns. That counts for Blade, because it is a vampire-based story. So yeah, we'll do that. Like I said, there's not much here to cover for this one. It just wasn't memorable. It wasn't overly great. It's not bad. Give it a shot if you are really, really interested in it, especially if you can find it on sale at your local shop or on like Comixology or your Google Play, Apple Store. If you can find it for a sale price, it's worth picking up. I borrowed it from Comixology Unlimited to read it, and it's worth being free to read, I guess. That's the most positive endorsement I can give it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I want to be positive on here. This one was just not memorable. It wasn't, and I think that's the best I can give it. It's an average story with average writing, and I can't recommend it in good faith unless you just want a fun Cosmic Ghost Rider story that you probably won't remember by the time you're done. So yeah, that's it for What Am I Reading this week. We'll catch you here next time.